So, Harvey, thank you very much for agreeing to tell us about your life in Lorries. Start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Harvey Cooper. I'm a son of Ernest, my father, who started the business in 1919. And we've just celebrated our 100th year anniversary. I've been in road transport. It's been a long old haul.
So tell us, what's the greatest truck that's ever been built?
It's got to be Volvo, the Volvo truck. Compared to there's no comparison to the British trucks we operated in the day.
Yeah.
You know, the Leyland, the Bedford AC guy, ERF Foden. When the Volvo first came into the UK, you know, like driving a Rolls Royce compared to the British trucks.
What Volvo was it that was the first one on the fleet?
F86 eight-wheeler. Then we progressed from there into the F7 eight-wheeler, and then eventually to the F10 Arctic. All bulk tippers, obviously.
Yeah.
And continued to grow from there.
And now you're entirely Volvo, aren't you?
100% Volvo.
And of course you've got your FH16 flagship now, which looks fantastic.
We certainly have. What a beautiful motor that is.
So in this industry, who do you admire the most and why?
I admire any haulier that's been in transport for the long haul for a long time.
Yeah.
Or the established haulier that's still there after 50, 75 years, because I know what it takes to be there after all those years. Yes. And the commitment it takes to survive.
If you could change one rule or regulation, what would it be?
I'd change the gross weight of trucks in the UK from 44 to 45 or even 46 tonne, because the trucks of today are quite capable of carrying that extra weight.
So the industry struggles to attract new drivers. How do we tackle that? How do we get fresh blood into the industry?
Well, it would help if they've got some sort of sponsorship to encourage drivers to take their Class 1 and Class 2 licence, because it is quite expensive for a driver to accommodate that sort of money straight away. They just haven't got it. But if there could be some sort of loan system to help, and then repay the loan back like a student loan, yeah, that would help a lot. And also facilities for truck drivers down the road, staying overnight instead of in lay-bys, proper truck stops where facilities are there, proper facilities, clean facilities.
You've got some photos for us to look at. Let's start with this one, which is you and your brother on a scooter.
Well, the scooters, I was about 17 years old at the time, and my brother sat on the back of the scooter. And the trucks in the background of the trucks we operated at the time, but we particularly didn't drive them because we weren't of an age to drive. We worked in the garage side, and that's how we learned our skills from being mechanics. Obviously, when we come of age of 21, then we drove the trucks, also maintained them.
Okay, let's move on to this one, your flagship Volvo FH16 750.
Well, the gold centenary FH 750, obviously it's all painted in gold. It was sponsored Macmillan for a whole year, and the money that truck makes goes to the Macmillan. And if you read the website, it tells you how much it has raised, and that the Macmillan expires in March 2020. The truck itself is just one beautiful motor. Get quite emotional about it.
And we've got this picture of you with your wife Margaret, who's since passed away.
That was took in York, on a day out in York. We're at a Volvo do. Yeah. And I would look back on that particular day and how we were on the day of how we were.
And last but not least, can you tell us about this fantastic old picture?
That's the other picture I've got of my dad and his brother, George, and the trucks that run in the 1919-1920 era. And they were basically Daimler little flatbeds, solid tyres, and that's how they started. My dad's the third from the right, and my Uncle George is the second from the left. In those days, the windscreens were made of PVC, and there were no side windows. There were no such thing as heaters. It was fresh air.
And finally, if you could do it all again, would you?
Yes, I would, yeah. It's the achievement that I've achieved over my lifetime in transport. Yeah, I would do it again.
Harvey, thank you very much for sharing your life in lorries with us.
Thanks very much. Thank you.